Bill O'Reilly and Fox didn't care when the Republican Party had me arrested to stop my public access TV show, but now they cry like babies and act like they care about free speech.
Hi, I'm Bill O'Reilly reporting tonight from Boston, where I'm doing an event for my alma mater, Boston U. Thank you for watching us. The liberal media sticks up for Fox News. That is the subject of this evening's Talking Points memo. Yesterday, the Treasury Department tried to prevent Fox News from interviewing executive pay czar Kenneth Feinberg. But a funny thing happened on the way to the boycott. ABC, CBS, CNN, and even NBC all refused to talk to Feinberg unless Fox was included, and so we were. Incredibly, the American media supported Fox News standing up for freedom of the press. That was a huge embarrassment for the White House, which is still trying to isolate FNC, and even liberal TV critics think that's wrong.
I think it's outrageous that the White House tried that, number one. That's my first reaction. My second reaction is I'm really cheered by the other members saying no. If Fox can't be part of it, we won't be part of it. What it's really about to me is the executive branch of the government trying to tell the press how it should behave.
Well, Talking Points has had problems with Mr. Zurwick in the past, but he's right on here. This whole thing is embarrassing. The President of the United States trying to decertify a news organization? I don't think that's ever happened in America. Reports say White House Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel is behind the anti-Fox movement. We have not been able to confirm that, but who's ever doing it needs to wise up.
I think this is really destructive. What happened today, I think, was extremely important because in trying to ostracize and demonize Fox, the administration needs complicity from other news organizations. Otherwise, it won't work.
And it hasn't worked. All of this nonsense is making Barack Obama look bad, and it's helping Fox News in the ratings. But the bigger question is power. That's what this is all about, ladies and gentlemen. The White House does not like the fact that FNC dominates cable news and often sets the agenda for what other news agencies are covering. The Acorn story shocked the Obama administration. So did the Tea Party coverage. The president doesn't like it. But enough is enough. Come on, Mr. President, you have better things to do than continue this petty feud. You, Mr. Emanuel, Mr. Axelrod, Mr. Gibbs, even the White House chef are all welcome on The Factor anytime. You got a beef? Let us hear it. As we proved in our first interview with Barack Obama, he will be treated fairly here. So let's start tending to the nation's business, Mr. President, shall we? And that's a memo. We'll have a variety of viewpoints on the story tonight, beginning with Fox News analyst and author of the big bestseller, A Slobbering Love Affair, Bernie Goldberg, who joins us now from Miami. So when you woke up and you read in the New York Times this morning that all of the networks allied themselves with Fox News and said, you know, we're not going to let this happen, were you surprised?
I had one reaction when I heard it, and I have a different reaction tonight. My reaction, yes, I was surprised, and I was thrilled as well as surprised. I figured the White House figured they can get away with this. And they rightly figured they can get away with this because the media, they thought, was in the bag. The media has been slobbering all over Barack Obama since he since he started running, and they thought they're never going to get involved in a fight over Fox News. If they want to call Fox illegitimate, if they want to say Fox is a phony news organization, even if they want to boycott Fox, they figured the mainstream, so-called mainstream media is never going to get involved. And when I heard the news, yes, Bill, I was surprised, and very, very pleasantly so. But I just came to a different conclusion.
Really?
The White House, and here it is, and I haven't heard this anyplace yet. The White House made a tactical mistake. This was a pool interview with the pay czar, and the pool is made up of ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, and Fox. So if you leave Fox out, the rest of the pool can't very well go along with this. But if the White House had offered this interview individually to ABC News, NBC News, CBS News, PBS, not one of them would have said, are you also giving the interview to Fox?
I don't know about that. I don't know about that because the Tapper, you know, the ABC News White House correspondent, Jake Tapper.
Tapper deserves credit.
Right. Tapper went after.
Deserves credit.
Tapper went after them and set the tone. And when the rest of them saw it, you know how the media are lemmings, Bernie. You know how they follow.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, right? So Tapper went out and he said, hey, you guys, what are you doing? this is an abuse of power. Tapper didn't say it was abuse of power, but with a heavy implication. Yeah. And then the rest of the media went, whoa, maybe we should be noble. Maybe we should be noble.
That was also my first reaction. The way I figured it was, it finally hit the so-called mainstream media that what the White House was doing was saying, Fox is the bad one, but you guys in the mainstream media, you're good little boys and girls.
Yeah.
You're behaving the way we adults in the White House want you to behave. You're covering us in a nice way. And you know, journalists would rather walk on hot coals while gargling.
Yeah, they don't want to be
Drano
perceived as being in the tank.
Yes, but then when I realized how it works and how this pool thing works, do you really think, Bill, do you really think that if they offered this individually to ABC, NBC, CBS, and PBS, they would have said, oh, you're not including Fox, then don't include us? I don't think they would have said
you might
that.
be right on that, but when a guy like Zurawik at the Baltimore Sun, who we used in the Talking Points memo, who you can't get more left-wing than this guy, when he starts to raise these kinds of questions, and the other journalists, as I said, are packed. They're packed people. And they're going, yeah, this is wrong. We want to be noble. We want to stand up for our profession. That's what's happening here, Bernie. So you're probably right that
I'm not sure.
if the White House had been a little bit more clever about how to isolate Fox vis-a-vis the Treasury Department, if they had been clever and not used the sledgehammer that they seemingly use every day. You never see subtlety out of this White House, okay?
Right.
They might have gotten away with it, but now it's over. Now the journalistic community is saying, hey...
I don't think so.
Oh, I do. I do.
I am not at all sure of that. I'd like to think so, but I'm not at all sure of that.